Hi, I'm Brian White, and this is my colleague Rachel. And we're in the search quality team in Google in the web spam group. And we're here today with some tips on the reconsideration process.
All right, let's start with the case where you know your site has violated the Google guidelines. It's important to admit any mistakes you've made and let us know what you've done to try to fix them. Sometimes we get requests from people who say, "My site adheres to the guidelines now." That's not really enough information for us, so please be as detailed as possible. Realize that there are people actually reading these requests, including the people in this room. If you don't know what your site might have done to get a penalty, go back to the Google guidelines and reread them carefully before requesting reconsideration. Look at the things to avoid and ask questions of people that work on your site if you don't work on it yourself. If you'd like the advice of a third party, you can also seek help on our Google Webmaster forum.
Sometimes we get reconsideration requests where the requester associates technical website issues with a penalty. An example could be that the server timed out for a while, or that bad content was delivered for a time. Google is pretty adaptive to these kinds of transient issues with websites. So people sometimes misread the situation as "I have a penalty" and then seek reconsideration. It's probably a good idea to wait a bit and see if things revert to their previous state. Also, some people attribute duplicate content with leading to a penalty, and usually the problem lies elsewhere. And say you enter a partnership with someone else, say another website, and they put this combined effort together in a way that goes against our quality guidelines and involves both your website and theirs. And then the end effort reflects badly on both. You have control over your site, but sometimes it's hard to get stuff cleaned up on sites that you don't control. We are sympathetic to these situations. Just make your best effort to document that in a complete reconsideration request. In the case of, say, bad links that were gathered, point us to a URL that shows your exhaustive effort to clean that up. And also, we have pretty good tools internally, so don't try to fool us. They're actual people, as Rachel said, looking at your reports. If you intentionally pass along bad or misleading information, we will disregard that request for reconsideration.
Please don't spam the reconsideration form. It doesn't help to submit multiple requests all at the same time. Just one detailed, concise report and just get it right the first time. Your request will be reviewed by a member of our team, and we do review them promptly. That said, if you have some new information to add about your site, go ahead and file a new reconsideration request. And finally, if reconsideration does happen, please be aware that it can take some time to notice when a penalty has been lifted. We appreciate your patience.
Yes, the bottom line is that we care very deeply for our search engine users and want them to be happy and not have to complain. So make sure that A, the issues are fixed with your site before filing reconsideration, and B, make sure that we don't have to worry about your site violating the quality guidelines in the future. And so for the people who are part of the reconsideration process from our end, thank you.
Thank you.